Doing Galaga tonight, granted it loads. Looks like it's not loading. If not, I have to come up with another game plan or get the classic retro console out and not do it from Xbox. I'll give it another minute. Hold on, I'm gonna see what's going on. I'll flip over to the logo. Be right back. I'm going to restart the console and see if that fixes things. So I'll probably have the blue logo up for just a minute. If not, I'm getting out the old console. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to go for the old console. Maybe I got it running. I'll give it a minute. I'll wait and see before I switch back over. Now it looks like I'm going to have to get the old console, y'all. It really does look that way. Oh, maybe not. Here we go. I got it working. Just gonna do Galaga tonight. I didn't know if I felt like Fallout tonight. I downsized a little more too, so I may not look as good out of having internet connection. Hope y'all having a good October. Mine's doing okay. I mean, not the best. I'm having trouble sleeping as usual. I fell asleep sometime tonight. It was late, but then I was late getting my last meal and taking my last medicine for today. I was getting through at midnight. I'm not usually that late unless I fall asleep. I made it to about 9 o'clock, but I was tired then. And they got me. I don't play this Galaga as well as I played the little suck. If I had the tuner, it would look much better. I gotta get that digital tuner like that. I just left it alone tonight, so I got a limited time I can be on. I get up and take my shower before I go to bed, so I fell asleep. I thought I'd wait until I was through, and I already recorded tomorrow's podcast and posted it. Tuesday, actually. It's already today. Alright, Tuesday. I didn't know if I'd do a live one tonight. We'll see. If I feel like jumping on, I will. I was planning that whether they censored me or not. I just wasn't talking about it. I don't always tell my plans. That was my October surprise. I'm hoping Guide's got an October surprise, but there's people acting like it'd be the end of the world. I agree with Cernovich there. I've said the same thing. I'm going on with my life, no matter who's president. I'm gonna go on the best way I can. It'll be tough, because these people are socialists. They're not liberal. This country survived some really bad times, but the problem is they've got everybody babied, and me included. I don't think none of us are ready for what's coming. We're going in some bad times. No matter who's president. That's happening no matter whether Trump. Just like I always said, I said there'll be a little bit of moonlight above in the darkness. Where with Biden and Harris, there's going to be no light at all. There's going to be total darkness. But I think we can survive, maybe. Hopefully. We're strong people, maybe. That's us Christians. We're supposed to be in guide. Our strength comes from Jesus. He said we're conquerors. He said we would trample serpents and snakes. The only reason you don't have is because you don't believe. Me included. That's not just that's the Bible. And that's everything he was telling people. And when he was telling you to do good and all that stuff, he was wanting the best for you, because those are how you get your blessings. You get saved through him. But he was trying to teach people to be more than just saved. That's the part that people don't get. Jesus was trying to tell you how to be more than just saved. Me, I've always just been saved, because I've always been a ragtag. But he was really telling you how to, if you want more than that, like he'll bless those that curse you. And that's going to be a hard one for me. I've told God to just bless me where he can. And I'll keep staying open, and maybe one of these days, maybe I can drop it. It's hard for me. Of course, I never did have that line to a certain individual. I'm not going to get on to that tonight. I'm just going to stay with my game. A lot of people make that about salvation. It's not. Salvation comes as a gift. Jesus is trying to tell you how to be saved. How to have more than just being saved. You see, the man on the cross beside him was saved. He also will go into heaven with having whatever goods and bads he did in his life. You never did get to live a life for Christ. Me, I was always a ragtag rock and roller. But luckily I'm still alive. I could change that. I'm working on it. It's slow, but I'm working. Well, I had some days that I did pretty good till the evening. And I caught myself making bad songs, bad rap songs. And I had to repent. I was recording some bad rap, y'all. Bad rap with some bad words in it. I started playing with them beat makers. And I just picked up the phone and started just freestyling. That's why I do the podcast like that. I just talk. I do everything freestyle. A lot of my songs I wrote that way. I just sung them out and I added to them as I went along. I sung them out in the beginning, then I'd sit down and write on a piece of paper. Then I'd type it when I had a typing. But in the 90s, I just write them down on notebook paper. And then typing paper, I'd eventually start typing them out when I had a typewriter. Had an old-fashioned typewriter at first. And then in 99, I upgraded to the writers, you know, the ones that they had a little disc you stuck in them and you could save it. Then in 2001, I bought the computer in late 99, but I didn't have a place to get it out, so I waited. I moved out of my house, my parents' house, and moved into the house next door. And then 2001 was by the time we got the house ready, because we worked on it from 2000 to 2001, moving in April. That was when I set my computer up. That was the first time I ever got on the internet, too. My only issue with the censorship is the timing they're doing it and what the reasons they're doing it for. They're talking about collusions and stealing elections and blaming Trump of going to not do this and that, but yet they're doing everything possible to stop people from talking. It's conversations, y'all. People have a right to talk about it whether you like it or not. Whether you think it's a crazy conspiracy theory, people's got a right to think about it. Somebody's got a right to think it's BS. It's not your place to control it. This is America. That's not what our forefathers wanted. We've been hearing a lot of stuff about that lately. When they want to talk about it, like this judge, for instance. The thing about it is in America, you had a right to your beliefs without them being discriminated against you and not having to worry about losing your job and all that stuff. That was what all that was about. Protecting you from all that. That's the thing that people forget. Especially in the political sphere. You can't really stop a private business from doing anything. But in the political sphere, your politics doesn't have nothing. That means even old Cowhead has the right to whatever her name is. But she ain't peaceful. She's dealing with some bad people. Omar, that's her name. I can't even think of her name. Omar, Johan. I don't hate her or anything. But I know she don't represent America. $7,470. I don't really care what Twitter does, but I decided this time just to let it roll off. They sort of got me where I don't, indeed it's kind of an adrenaline. Because you're thinking, oh, they're getting me for what I believe in. It eventually gets to where you just don't care. Nothing can stop me now, 'cause I don't care anymore. Nothing can stop me now, 'cause I just don't care. That means I'm willing to go voter. Just have to be careful not to use copyrighted stuff. I expected it though. I really did. And I don't know why of all days I thought I could get by with it on Columbus Day, which stirs up more thoughts than anything. I mean, they're always complaining about Columbus and all this stuff. People always having a fit over Columbus Day. I should have knew better than that. But I can laugh it off at least. I didn't get mad. I expected it because that's the reason they attacked JCBW. Of course, I knew the real reason wasn't. It's the copyright's been used as an avenue to do it. It's abuse of copyright is what it is. I mean, if you go look at it when they were framing it, even when they was rearranging it, the original framers wouldn't have wanted this. They talked about this stuff. And I understand their wants to make money and stuff, but I understand that too. These publishers, they're abusing those copyrights, y'all. It's meant to protect your property. It wasn't meant to rule with an iron fist. Like sometimes even bands can't even get by with their own stuff. Like I was hearing Billy Corgan go on about that. He couldn't even post his own videos. His own songs that he wrote. Ridiculous. You know, they've made them a lot of money, but in some ways, those big record companies were a big woe to the artist. And I understand because I've put them out there myself with no money behind me and no money, not even making money. So I know, little budget. I done it on low budget. But it was hard to even find those low budgets. A lot of people wanted a lot of money for that stuff that I got done. We're talking about $500 a song. Stuff like that in some of those places. And I just kept searching until I found people that I could work with that would be on my budget. And that was just for a low demo for $500. You probably just got a guitar or a piano. I even worked with this big guy with Nashville he was in Nashville that mastered my first CD. He mastered a lot of people on the Grand. He worked with people on the Grand Ole Opry. He eventually quit doing CDs for lower budget people. He was on the Grand Ole Opry. He did rock and country, of course. He would master CDs on the side. A lot of that stuff costs a lot of money. I know what it costs us. I just had to browse around and find people that I could afford to work with. Now I don't have no money at all to put into it. I just have to do everything for free. Create beats. I'd rather have music. I like guitar. Of course, it was probably created with a computer too somewhere. All of it today is that way mostly. A lot of it, unless it's a certain bands. But I like rock and roll. I don't really like. I like some of them rap bands, some of them industrial bands. But at the end of the day, what energizes me is rock and roll. I love rock and roll. I love guitar. Just never can play it. Seems like I can't play keyboard either. I'm trying. I was playing with that last night. Played with it a little bit today. Playing with the GADs and those notes. And when I try to play anything, I hit the wrong keys. I used to actually have the Halloween theme figured out in the 80s. I can't even play it now. It's been so long. In 88 and 89, I could play it. There was the one song I could play was the Halloween song. I just forgot which keys I hit. I actually had it figured out. Especially the one I like to play more than anything though was the doom. I had that one figured out too. I forgot it too. That was really the first horror movie I ever got into. So actually though, that is true because I didn't see a lot of the older ones till later on. Like the first time I seen Return of the Night of the Living Dead was at my cousin Larry's house. He pulled it out and let me watch it. He had it. So I think you'll like this, Philip. That's the first time I ever seen it. I think that's when they lived in Kentucky up there. Tennessee, wherever they lived. We went out there. It was real cold. That's the first time I ever seen it. Early, mid-80s. We were all still kids. His girls were kids and we were kids. So it had to be early. But when he was all little. I might have been big little. I blew up in second grade. That's the first time I ever seen it. Then later on, when we got to VCR, I seen a lot of horror movies. My first movie we rented was Friday Night. That's what got me obsessed with vampires. And I remember my other cousin, his twin, or his brother. I don't know if they're twins. It is his brother. I don't think they're twins. They came by and I was obsessing over it. And that girl, it was his, it wasn't actually his daughter. He was married to the lady that it was his, anyway, still, she thought I was weird because I kept obsessing over Jerry Dandridge. So I remember Jerry Dandridge in the movie with the vampire killer. A vampire killer. He had a sister in part 2. It had that strange thing in it that was sort of like a woman and a man. I couldn't ever tell if it was a man or a woman. Strange looking. I think it was a werewolf. I liked his old sister too, his old creepy sister. Old Jerry Dandridge. That was the first horror movie we were in, the 86 version. That girl they got to play in the new Fright Night too. It was filmed in Romania. When I actually got that, I thought it was the original one because she looked similar to her. I mean, her face was similar to that woman that played her in the original. I was looking for the original one. I just bought it on Amazon. I ended up watching it. I didn't really like it too well. The newer one. I liked the original. So I didn't really like that second Fright Night like the first one, but I did watch it. I was looking for it, and that's how I found the new Fright Night too. I hadn't seen the Fright Night 2 in a long time. I'm talking about the original Fright Night 2. I ain't seen that in a long time. There's a sister in it. She was a sister, wasn't she? Was she a sister? I think that she was. I don't remember. I ain't seen it in so long. Fright Night. I got Fright Night though. I've seen it many times. I got it on my hard drive. This one of the DVDs I had. Right. I may like vampires on movies, y'all, but I don't like that stuff in real life. Any of it. These vampires that are here today, some of them feed off blood, and most of them are energy vampires. Like that adrenochrome stuff that Alex Jones was discussing yesterday. I got that immediately when he started about that. I never understood. I didn't understand the mind of a killer. I guess because I've been shielded in a lot of ways, even though I exposed myself and stuff I shouldn't have exposed myself to. I'm still shielded. I've got a little tiny, itty bitty, itsy bitsy thing. I lose them a little bit every day. I was lucky. The worst thing I ran into was the internet. Lord, I was really innocent before I ran on the internet. I didn't even know a lot of junk. I've learned a lot of stuff, and some of it I wish I hadn't learned about. Just saying. Just saying. Like, I didn't even know some words till I got on the internet. I'm gonna have to probably get off here in a minute. I don't know how long I was on. 27 minutes. That's normal for me. I'll stay a little longer. I probably ain't gonna fall asleep anyway. After sleeping almost midnight. Three or 4 hours is like usually a day for me. I usually want to sleep anyway. I gotta try to start dedicating more of my day to the gaming though in October, because October is one of my favorite months. I'm letting it flash by all because of an election. But first of all, another thing you never want to do, you never want to try to tell me I can't do something. Because if you tell me I can't do it, I'll try to do it. If you tell me not to talk about something, that's when I'll talk about it. I'm an American. And I revel in my freedom. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. Marilyn Manson has that in one of his songs from 2003, I believe. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. I don't know why I thought of that, I just did. I hadn't even listened to that in a long time. I need to get it out and find it and listen to it. I haven't listened to that album in a long time. Oh no, I made that play in my head. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. It does me too. I've always rebelled. That's why I'm so thankful I didn't grow up in a home that forced God on me. Lord, I'd have probably been the worst satanic person ever if somebody forced God on me. I tell you, because I don't like people forcing me on anything. Indeed, they tried to force evolution on me in school, and I didn't take it too well. I don't rebel to sell, it just suits me well. What song is that? I'm going to have to find it. I don't even know which song it is. I just know I start hearing it in my head. It's on his album. I didn't even play that song much. I did listen to the album a lot though. My favorite on there, it has this girl in it. I don't know if she's a robot or she's real. She's cussing. What's the name of that song? That was my favorite track on that album. I'm bad, y'all. I love that song when the girl talking. Dave Mustaine has one similar where the girl's talking on one of his albums. But I really like that one with Marilyn Manson. He's just playing, it's such a loop or something of music, or keeps getting louder and louder, and she's talking. She's saying the reason she wants to help you. That was my favorite song off that. And the Gluminati, of course. We are the Gluminati. Like I tell you, there's always a Marilyn Manson album I can tell you got me through so a lot of good times, bad times, and not so good times. Sad times. A lot of people look at him as darkness, but I look at him as sort of like a sign or something. And I get out when And it's bad because sometimes he channels stuff like, I don't rebel to tell, it just suits me well, because see, you're not really supposed to rebel. It's the same with witchcraft. But I don't know, it might depend on what you're rebelling against. Like say if you were going to the fire, that would be a godly rebellion. Rebelling against that. It just depends on what you're rebelling against. And I got my double shield. I'll probably lose him just as soon as I get him. I did. I always like the double shield. And when I get him, I lose him. But I'll even rebel against rock and roll too. Like all this Biden kissing. That's coming from China, y'all. I'm telling you, that's coming from China. They bought up all the record companies. They bought up the industries. That's coming from China. I'm telling you. I know it. I hadn't had nobody telling me that. I just know it. That's coming. I mean, just look at the knees and stuff. The taking the knees with the American flag and all this. That's China. They hate America. They hate Trump. They've always hated us. That's something us Christians, all of us heard in the 80s and 90s. About the red dime scenarios. We know what China and Russia was. But China in particular, they've always been a big enemy. And us people who kept up with the Clintons back then, we knew what they was doing. We know all about China. That's coming from China, y'all. I don't care how big and bad they look, and how long they've been in rock and roll. If they're talking that junk, they're talking Chinese talking points. And it's also the same regurgitation that Hillary Clinton. If you go read the stuff that comes out of Hillary Wrighton's mouth, you see it's the same talking points. You know what I liked about Dave Mustaine's interview? And I know he wasn't probably doing this, but he kept saying, I'm keeping myself away from people. And then when he went on about the mask, he said, finally, they're not mandating those things. Did you notice his language in that interview that I was listening to? And I know y'all ain't hearing it. But I'm just saying his language in that, and it's up on YouTube, and there's some guy who done it for a magazine. Metal. I wish I could think of it. It's about his new book. And he was saying that I'm keeping myself away from people. That's sort of what I do. And I spent my life doing that. But I also would risk if I thought it was worth it. Like when I wanted to go to a rock and roll show, I went. Or anything. And I have to face that every day with diabetes like he does with cancer. You can't just live your life in fear, and if you die, well, I guess it was meant for you to die. This thing is bad. I've read about it. It does sound scary. But I just refuse to live in fear. It sounds scary. Diabetes is scary too, and diabetes does some of the same things. It attacks your body. Attacks your nerves. Attacks your eyes, kidneys, livers. Those are all the things that diabetes attacks. The diabetic just has to live with that every day. They're just trying to sell us a world of fear. Oh, you mentioned a neurological issue. I don't know what all it has. What risk it has. It was a specific one to our family. Yeah, I'm sure because my family went and had it studied, the schmucks probably copyrighted it to themselves or trademarked it to themselves so they can make a lot of money off of it. That's what happens when you set yourself up as a guinea pig. They take over your genes, your genetics. That's why I've always stayed away from that garbage. But I did go once just to see because he asked me to go. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off for the night. Thank you all for listening and watching. And the people that watch it in the future, thank you.